Lights, camera, action. Welcome back to Flick Flash. Season 2 of The Diplomat picks up seconds after the shocking embassy bombing that ended Season 1 and dives straight into chaos. What begins as a search for justice soon mutates into a labyrinth of lies, political manipulation, and shifting loyalties that reach from London to Washington. Kate Weiler, Carrie Russell, faces the most volatile crisis of her career, navigating a fractured marriage, a government conspiracy, and a moral cost of diplomacy itself. Each episode tightens the net around her as she realizes the greatest threat to peace isn't Russia or terrorism. It's the people sitting at her own negotiation table. Season 2 opens right after the Season 1 bombing. Merritt Grove is dead. Ronnie dies in surgery, but how Weiler and Stuart Hayford survive. While chaos grips the UK and US governments, Ambassador Kate Weiler races to uncover the truth. Evidence points to a British-made bomb, leading her to suspect Prime Minister Trowbridge himself. Dennison warns her that conservative donors have Russian ties. Missing advisor Margaret Royland suddenly calls Kate under a fake name, hinting that bigger secrets are at play. At Grove's funeral inside St. Paul's Cathedral, Royland reappears, exposing herself to Trowbridge and escaping under CIA escort. She claims the HMS Courageous attack was planned inside the UK, with Lenkoff hired by officials to fake a Russian provocation. Kate's marriage with Hal strains further, while Stuart returns to duty, guilt-ridden. The episode ends with doubt clouding every alliance. No one can tell who is lying. Trowbridge announces that Lenkoff was killed by British forces, but Kate learns it was an execution, not an arrest. Furious, she and Dennison plot a no-confidence coup against the Prime Minister during their U.S. Embassy's 4th of July gala. Stuart questions Kate's leadership, and Hal suffers a PTSD panic attack during the fireworks. The coup plan unravels as politicians withdraw support, leaving Kate isolated and politically exposed. Stuart faces betrayal when the CIA uses a woman named Georgia to test his loyalty. Meanwhile, Kate brings Hal into intelligence circles to help decode Royland's motives. Royland confesses she masterminded the Courageous attack to unite the UK and prevent Scottish independence, insisting Trowbridge knew nothing. During a diplomatic event in Scotland, Royland publicly admits her role. Trowbridge explodes, violently shoving her and leaving her bleeding, a shocking cliffhanger. Royland survives, but the CIA abandons her. Trowbridge hesitates, fearing the government's collapse. Vice President Grace Penn suddenly arrives from Washington, advising Kate and Dennison to bury the truth to preserve stability. Grace critiques Kate's style and ambition, subtly asserting dominance. Later, Hal uncovers the real twist. Royland acted under Grace's orders. The Courageous bombing was an American-backed false flag to protect NATO interests in Scotland. Kate confronts Grace, who coolly confirms the revelation, framing it as a geopolitical necessity. Hal persuades Kate to let him expose Grace so she stays clean. He contacts the White House directly, but moments after confessing everything to President Rayburn, the president suddenly dies, leaving Grace Penn sworn in as President of the United States. Kate watches, stunned, realizing the architect of mass deception now controls global power. Season 2 transforms The Diplomat from a political thriller into a geopolitical chess match. Every alliance fractures, every motive doubles. By the finale, Kate stands alone, torn between duty, conscience, and survival, as Grace Penn ascends to the White House throne. With the truth buried and the architect of chaos now in charge, Season 3 promises a power struggle that will determine not just Kate's future, but the fate of global diplomacy itself. Thank you once again for being a part of Flick Flash. Until next time, keep watching, keep exploring, and keep that movie and TV magic alive. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for more exciting recaps. This is Flick Flash signing off.